Okay, the question everybody wants to know, are the twin boys here?
So they're in Pennsylvania with my mother-in-law seeing Nana, but they are on the East Coast.
So they're here?
Yeah.
They're here in spirit, we know that.
We didn't bring their singlets, so they're a little upset about that. But
Did they know? They
well,
know?
they asked as soon as we arrived, and they knew Daddy was going to a wrestling tournament if they had their singlets. And so that was a good 20-minute crowd, but yeah.
Adeline says that she gets advice from you a lot. You know, she has twins. She has a boy, girl.
Yeah.
You have two boys. Viral sensation, by the way.
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos of the U.S. Open.
Thanks.
Well, you and I were talking earlier, but how awesome is that whole moment for you? No, and not even that it went viral, but like you're in an arena. Wrestling's your sport. It's been your sport for life. But your kids getting out there and just having fun doing what they do, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was really special. Just, being a wrestling coach, that's all they know. Like, that's just what Daddy does. He's a wrestling coach, and they're around wrestling. And Dylan Crew actually brought it up to me, and I've known Dylan Crew forever. And he said after, he goes, I actually had tears in my eyes when that was happening. I said, why? And he said, because you worked so hard to get where you are today, that moment right there is kind of like the payoff. And whether they wrestle or not, it was just a cool moment to have with my wife and I being Matt's side and seeing them just kind of.
Is that the guy who snuck into the UFC?
No, that's Jake Cato, who's actually here coaching at Dugo.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of them. There's an Iowa guy.
No,
though.
yeah, Jake, yeah.
I love it. I got to grab that guy and ask him about
that.
that. Adeline, though. Adeline's body's changed. She gave birth to 2 kids. She's 10 months postpartum. I've witnessed 2 births.
Right.
Okay. So I know I'm on the hashtag. I got the dad bod, the dad life. I get it, right? So it's different for us though.
Yeah.
We're dudes.
Right.
We didn't give birth.
Yeah, our body
it's a
doesn't have to bounce
traumatic
back.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Such a traumatic thing. How do you guys feel about her footwork, how her body is? She's 2 months a different human now from wrestling Kennedy at the U.S. Open, right? How do you feel like her progression is from childbirth?
I think, at first it was really tough, right? You're a high-level athlete, had so many accolades, and you're able, like, whether you have an injury, come back, you're winning, and she had the ab separation, and so that was, like, a bit, it was really hard for her to kind of swallow and realize, like, I got to take it slow. Like, this is a much bigger thing than just having, a surgery, and so, when I say, like, I helped coach her, my wife was coaching her through a lot of that stuff, both being twin moms. And so, as she started coming back, she'd have some setbacks. But really, like she's been saying, every 3 weeks she feels better, every 3 weeks. So, she had 3 weeks before the Open, and then she had 3 weeks before World Team Trials. Now she's had 3 weeks, and her feet are moving. She's really just getting back in the saddle and getting back to what Adeline does. And I always remind her, too, that, she's one of the best, right? She knows how to win at a high level, and so just remember that when the going gets tough, like, she knows how to take it up another level and another level and another level. So, we're excited. Obviously she's got a tough opponent, but she's put in the work. She's mentally the toughest I've ever seen her. She's ready to go.
You're wrestling a really, really, really good athlete. Mm-hmm. Probably one of the best athletes that's ever done wrestling in the United States of America, in Kennedy Blades.
Right.
How do you, maybe utilize some of the mistakes she makes as a young person? And obviously you're saying the best competitor in the last decade is Adeline Gray and Helen Rulis, right? We know that, and for the United States and in the world.
Yeah.
How do you punch holes in the game plan and get it your way this time?
Yeah, there's little things we've worked on. You look at from the U.S. Open to now, like, she wasn't really staying in her stance, right? So I think that's a big thing to take away. She did really well at World Team Trials. We've obviously watched film. It's a little bit easier to prepare for a single opponent than you don't know how a bracket's going to fall out. So, at the OTC, Katie and Jess and Terry, are great coaches, but Katie's been, working with her, and, we've been talking. We've done a lot of visualization on Zoom calls, and so she'll be ready. Again, Kennedy's a great opponent, and you can't take that just because she's younger, kind of attitude like, I'm a more veteran. But you just got to be ready when you put your foot on the line tomorrow, and she will be. And there's no doubt in my mind that she's ready to shine.
All right. You got anything else for me?
No, I always tell you I appreciate everything you do for the sport of wrestling. You've been doing this you've been wrestling your whole life, but the amount of content that you're always putting out, you're driving all over the country and flying all over the world, and without people like you, we wouldn't be able to get the content that we get. And I think, you're just you're such a friendly person that you make interviews easy, and it's great. I love watching it myself on social media, so I appreciate all you do.
Hey man, thank you for the time. I appreciate the compliment at the end there. I want to walk a little taller today. I appreciate that. Good luck to you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.